they need to just go ahead and just take notes from the NFL. Look at how the AFC and the NFC is set up and start to think about some teams. If you had a top 50, who would those teams be? I'm talking about anybody from HBCUs all the way up to mid-majors, all the way up to the big boys. Who are the best 50 teams in college football right now? And then make two major conferences, and just split them up in divisions.
Oh, the divisions would be like Big
just
10
like the NFL.
I think they just need to expand the college football playoffs. That's all they got to do.
Some kind of way.
Expand it from 4 teams to at least 8.
12.
I think 16, but at least 8.
12.
That'd be real exciting.
Anywhere from 12 or 16.
I say 16 just because
16 is a lot because you're talking about, some of these teams. If you're talking about 16 teams and you're talking about at least 4 matchups between, that's a lot of wear and tear where you would have to.
That's what make it tough because it's football. They probably been wanting to do this stuff, but the wear and tear of every game that they have to play, because they played the least amount of games out of any sport.
Yeah, that's why I say 8. 8 teams is perfect.
I like 12.
8 teams, boom. 5, you get the Power 5 conferences. Whoever win your conference, you win. That's 5 spots taken right there. Then you got 3 at-larges. So if you can't figure it out with the 3 at-larges, with the teams that didn't win their conferences, who would be best? Right. You know what I'm saying? Every year we like, man, this team got left out. They should have made it. If it's 8, even that number 9 team, I don't really want to hear it because it's more spots for everybody. It's 4 extra spots. You know what I'm saying?
I think I see where you're going with this, but then what they'll probably start doing is, especially with the voters, you know how you talk about the voters every year. You got homers and stuff like that. When Alabama beats Ohio State, but Ohio State loses to Clemson in the regular season, that's gonna be like the cluster.
We ain't losing to Clemson.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what Jay was saying. That's what's gonna mix up that top tier. But I like the addition. Trust me, I really like the addition. I think 4 is a very minimal number.
It's too small.
It's always 2 hanging out there. It's always 2 hanging out there. Like Cincinnati snuck in last year. Who saw that coming?
Yeah, that's why I like 12. I like 12. That way you can,
they did for sure.
Even think about if everybody take the same model like the ACC just did, where they remember we was just complaining about Clemson be ducking every now and then.
They do be ducking.
Totally out the window now. They don't
what
have
they
the
doing
coastal,
now?
No more coastal.
Well, they took all that away.
Got 3 rivalry games and then 5. It's like basically like 5 types. Different matchups that like every 4 years they rotate something like that.
Well, eventually that's what I think when Oklahoma and Texas come, they're gonna have to do that in the SEC. And when USC and UCLA come to the Big Ten, they got to break off that conference stuff, and then just the 2 best teams with the best records, that's who play in the championship. I think they're gonna have to adapt that model because it's just gonna be so much competition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially with both conferences, Big Ten and SEC, like teams playing each other. It's gonna be basically week in, week out, you fighting for your national college football playoff life. You know what I'm saying? If one loss here,
you out.
Change everything.
Yeah,
I like the 12 teams and then eliminate some of the conference championship games. Because if you really look at it, some of the conference championship games aren't even really needed. You talking about a team that could be number 1, like 3 games ahead, 4 games ahead, 5 games ahead, something like that. Where it's like they won, just give them.
I like the conference championship game,
but eliminate that, and
I like
as long as they won it in the top 12,
they just slide on to the championship.
Nah, because I think you got to keep the conference championship games because you need somebody to win the conference. So you can say, look, if it's 12 teams, everybody who win their conference go in. It's Power 5. You know what I'm saying? You win your conference, you win there. Mm-hmm. And then if you do the 12 team model, okay, the top 4 teams get buys. And then you got the last back 8 teams playing each other. So it'll be 4 teams left, and then the 4 teams will play the top 4 that got buys. I can dig that, but if you do that, you gotta have the college, you gotta have the championship games.
You gotta have the top tier bowl games still be represented.
That's all you. I mean, it's easy.
I'm talking
money gonna be made.
The Rose Bowl, the Orange Bowl,
they can be represented in there. You know.
That's what I'm saying. They got those.
Just add a couple more bowls. They add a Cotton Bowl to it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the Gator Bowl to the preliminary first round.
Because that's the Fiesta Bowl. Yeah, them bowls got to be represented.
That's less teams. That's less teams. No, not teams. My bad. That's less players that you have to worry about sitting out.
Yeah, because they have something to play for. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah,
they got something to play for.
That's kind of the
playing for more money, more draft leverage.
Right. because that's of course that's been happening these last couple of years.
The sponsors gonna be bidding the next. There's gonna be so much money just to have their name attached to whatever bowl. Yeah. So I mean, NCAA, get it together, man. We want to see more. This is gonna make college football better. Expand it. 4 teams is simply not enough, man.